Welcome to our next tutorial of Mesh Surface for SOLIDWORKS, the freeform. We will continue. We learn how to create a simple patch. We learn how to make the selection, how to move them in space, and how to end up with a model like this one. Let's again remember that we can actually duplicate an edge. The way we can do it, I can just hold the Alt key and I can drop it here, for example. These red points means that they can be actually duplicated. Again, there is something which is called the show duplicate handle. It's useful in some cases. Without using the Alt key, I can just duplicate. This is for ease of use for all the users. Let's practice a bit more. I just move my mouse until I find the duplicate handle and drag it here. I did this on purpose just so they roughly there keep the same orientation like this one. So we learn also how can actually duplicate a point. The point that can be duplicated is painted in red. I can hold the Alt key and duplicate. But as you can see now, my goal is actually to do something a bit more to actually merge this. If I drop it here, you see I don't have connection between these patches. My goal is actually to reconstruct the surface by joining all of them, so I can probably just take this point and move it around. And here is the time to speak about what we call the merging. This is a really simple to use. You pick the point and you move, and as you can see, if I go over a point, the point is highlighted, and if I lift my left mouse button, it actually will merge them together. So this is really simple way to actually, you can fill your surface. I can just move here and tweak to adjust my shape so it looks better. And let's practice again. I will hold Alt key to duplicate these. And I'll just move it over this point. And as you can see, it closes my surface. So this is how we actually merge two points. You take a point, move it on top of another point, and leave your mouse button, and it will merge. What we did here, I just joined them, which is probably not the best approach because here I will lose my continuity, so I will just press undo. Let's learn a bit more now about what can we do with the edges. I can come here and I can duplicate my edge. As you can see, I started moving in space, but again, if I go over another edge, it gets selected, which tells me that these two edges can be merged. So I can just move it, and when I lift my mouse button, it will be just merged together. Again, let's practice this in this hole. It's a good example that when you have a hole like this one, I'll click here to unselect so you can easily see. My goal is here that this line goes in this direction and this here, so I need to close this. I will just hover my mouse over the roughly in the middle of the edge, hold my mouse button, and as you can see, this edge is duplicated. Move it on top of the next one and lift my mouse button. As you see, these two edges were merged. Again, let's practice a bit more. I'll just extend these, create this shape. I can probably just take this out and start moving. Now, I don't want to merge this with my right neighbor because it will make a different shape. But here, again, I can just think of the right vertex or point of this edge. And if I just move it, you see that the point is highlighted. Lift my mouse button and it's merged. Again, I can do the same here. In this way, you can really quickly, just by duplicating these edges, you can actually reconstruct your shape. Let's try to practice a bit more. I hold the Alt key and it comes here. And you see that I duplicate my points, or I can duplicate my edge here. My goal is to snap. But if by accident I drop my mouse here and they're not joined together, I can just highlight this point, take it, and drop it on top of this point. And as you can see, I can easily reconstruct my shape. So you see that We quickly just managed to extend our shape here, and you can do some more practicing yourself. Just take the edge at the middle, drop it to the neighbor, and you can build your shape easily and quickly. Thank you for watching.